Ever wondered how to enforce a single instance of a class in your application? Welcome to the world of the Singleton pattern. It's a design pattern that restricts the instantiation of a class to one and only one instance. This is particularly useful when you need to manage a shared resource, like a database connection, throughout your application. Today we're going to delve into how to master this pattern using TypeScript. Ready to dive into the Singleton pattern? Buckle up and let's get started. So, what's this Singleton pattern all about? Well, it's a design pattern that restricts the instantiation of a class to one single instance. Imagine it as a one-room hotel, where only one guest can check in at a time. This unique guest is globally accessible, serving as a shared resource throughout your application. This pattern comes in handy in various scenarios. Consider a database connection, for instance. You'd want to maintain a single shared connection rather than creating a new one every time a database operation is needed. This not only optimizes the use of resources, but also ensures consistency in application behavior. From logging mechanisms to caching and thread pools, the Singleton pattern proves to be a versatile tool in the developer's kit. Now that we've got a handle on the Singleton pattern, it's time to bring it to life in TypeScript. Let's translate the Singleton pattern into the language of TypeScript. We begin with a simple class structure. Now, the Singleton pattern revolves around the idea of having a single instance of a class. So how do we ensure this? We start by making the constructor private. A private constructor? Yes, you heard it right. This ensures that new instances of the class cannot be created directly using the new keyword. Next, we create a private static instance variable. This variable will hold our single instance of the class. Since it's static, it belongs to the class itself and not to any specific instance. Now comes the crucial part. We need a way to access our Singleton instance, right? For this, we implement a public static method that returns the instance of the class. In this method, we check if our instance variable is undefined. If it is, we create a new instance of the class and assign it to our instance variable. If it's not undefined, it means our Singleton instance already exists. So we simply return that. That's it. We now have a class structure that ensures only one instance of the class can ever exist. You can now use this Singleton class throughout your application, safe in the knowledge that you're always working with the same instance. And voila, you've successfully implemented the Singleton pattern in TypeScript. Before we wrap up, let's revisit the key points we've covered. The Singleton pattern is a design principle that ensures only one instance of a class exists. It's an efficient way to manage shared resources like a database connection. To implement it in TypeScript, we create a class with a private constructor and a private static instance variable. We then implement a public static method to control the instantiation. Remember, practice makes perfect. So go ahead, give the Singleton pattern a try in your next TypeScript project.